The bleak atmosphere of the netherworld dwells in a negative space and a negative time. So too does the intense Sunundra feelings of Glinda Goodwitch for her employer and friend, Professor Ozpin, burns greater than a toilet paper shogun on Halloween, nor does Velvet encase herself inside an anti-waifu shield to banish the greasy-ass Cheeto fingers of the shadows of the neckbeard. An anti-waifu dome as magnificent as the bubble of Atlantis in olden days before Mormon Jesus blessed the soils of Remnant with his feet and destroyed the world fig tree. Those long-forgotten days before the first creatures of Grimm came out of Nixon's penis, and half the moon had yet to explode, were the height of human civilizations. Eons ago, when humans could fornicate with faunas, and Atlantis still shown as a symbol of atheism. Euphoric, not because of some false Mormon Jesus, but enlightened by one's own intelligence, and protected by a great dome shield crafted from the finest glass fedoras forged from dust. The world had been in a state of true MLG euphoria in the days of Atlantis. But then everything changed when a man named Cain couldn't keep it within his trousers anymore, and copulated vigorously with his fauna sister-in-law Abel. Imagine such a catastrophic outcome. Mere mortal man, daring to not only commit the first non-consensual sex, but performing such an act on his own flesh and blood, by law. The ripples could be felt in all of Atlantis, and it is said that the sounds of Cain's white-tinted love juices splashing could be heard all over the world. Unfortunately, Abel was a deer-based faunus, and had a great set of antlers upon her head, with the ability to contain all the diseases that would ever exist inside them, safely away from all intelligent life. Sadly, Cain could not help but grab his antlers in the act and was said to remark, "Wow, Abel, you sure have a nice rack." While it has been disputed by the now extinct scholars such as William Obama Shakespeare on Cain's exact wording, nevertheless, that pun was the catalyst to the already cataclysmic alchemic reaction of Cain and Abel's hot, kinky butt sex. The dome of Atlantis collapsed, and the great city was subsequently flooded by the sea of Mountain Dew. Sinking to the depths, half the moon exploded, and mankind has to set up some form of government and nations, and racism was invented, and the faunas became slaves. But mankind did not realize that they had made a grave mistake. Of course, nobody gives a shit about the faunas, but when they created government, they did not predict the rise of Richard Nixon, and thus the rise of the creatures of Grimm. Mormon Jesus graced the world from the heavens and gifted mankind the substance of dust, allowing people to unite and survive, perhaps even thrive once more. But the world will only ever have one Atlantis, one true golden age, now at the bottom of an endless ocean of Mountain Dew. So Glinda was shoving a big cucumber into her ass as she smacked and curdled it with the riding crop she always carried, thinking about Professor Ozpin and his sexy ass spectacles. She was in the Academy cafeteria, now closed in the middle of the night. Glinda let loose a high-pitched scream as her moist snatch discharged sexual body fluids below a 7 on the pH scale. Because she had been thinking about Ozpin drinking tea from a mug, Glinda screamed in terror as she heard the sounds of clapping with the girl cheering behind her. It was fucking Nora and Ren. The goddamn cafeteria was closed, but these two motherfuckers didn't give two shits, not even half a shit. Nora wanted her butt-fucking goddamn pancakes drizzled with Ren's sticky dick secretions. "Need you tell us not to play with our food?" Nora asked. "Practice what you preach, bitch," Nora said as she forced a watermelon into Glinda's ravaged assage. Glinda's calls for backup were cut off as Ren donged her in the mouth and poured grape juice all over her face, horribly raping her. "Nora, smash!" Nora shouted as she broke Glinda's spine in half with a turkey, jerking her head and causing Ren to spray his white juice all over the swordfish that Nora was using to destroy Glinda's internal organs through her urethra. Nora promptly removed the moist, festering swordfish and ate it. Meanwhile, Ren was forcing Glinda to drink all the fucking soda straight from the vending machine. Nora smeared Glinda's bleeding vaginal walls with her face as she inserted her head while choking Goodwitch with a link of sausage. The soda got bored, so it exploded inside Glinda's stomach, tearing her in two. Glinda died for some reason. Nora munched on Glinda's soda-stained large intestine, her hunger now satisfied. They put her remains to the meat grinder and dumped it into the cafeteria's soft-serve machine. They kept her head. Nora peed all over the broccoli while giving herself a Hiroshima-sized enema with all the ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and ranch packets. The next day, Red mailed Gunda's wrecked head to Osmond while Nora snuck into the RWBY dorm while the team was gone. It took a massive condom-infused shit dump directly into Blake's litter box. To be continued.